tomorrow. Watch it in the evening and hear it now on Oblate Radio.
Good afternoon and welcome to you who are listening to Oblate Radio Liseli and those watching us on our Facebook page and also our YouTube channel. With the main news, my name is Inonge Kufanga. Coming up in the news. Refurbishment of National Assembly Chamber on schedule. Poor waste management at Mungu Main Bastion worries traders and businesses. And Copper Queens determined to win 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. These and many other stories, but first we hear from the church. The president of the Association of Member Episcopal Conferences in Eastern Africa, Amesia, and Bishop of Solwezi Diocese in Zambia, Bishop Charles Sampakasunde, has urged delegates attending the 21st Amesia Plenary Assembly in Nairobi, Kenya, to translate their reflections into practical pastoral actions as the third day of the gathering came to close on Tuesday. In his concluding remarks, Bishop Kasonde thanked the delegates for their active participation in the day's presentation and discussions, saying the church has received a clear message from young people across the region. He stressed that the voices of young people must not remain only in conference halls, but should inspire concrete pastoral programs that foster hope, inclusion, and active participation in the life and mission of the church. Meanwhile, the fourth day of the plenary resumed this morning with presentation on synodality, youth accompaniment, and practical pastoral responses to challenges facing young people in Eastern Africa under the Assembly's theme, Amesia's Synodal Journey with Young People, Building Bridges of Communion, Hope, Justice, and Good Governance. Government says the refurbishment of the National Assembly Chamber is on schedule and will be completed by August 14th ahead of the first sitting of the expanded Parliament. Minister of Infrastructure and Urban Development Permanent Secretary Professor Albert Malama said the 39 million kwacha project is aimed at accommodating the increased number of members of Parliament following enactment of Constitutional Amendment Act No. 13 of 2025. Professor Malama said the expanded Parliament will include 70 additional elected members, 11 nominated members, and 40 members elected through the proportional representation system. He said the refurbished chamber will have a seating capacity of 290 for all members and presiding officers. Professor Malama explains that the seating layout has been redesigned with rows on each side, increasing the 3 to 5 and individual seat sizes slightly reduced, while also upgrading committee rooms to accommodate expected increase in parliamentary committees. He further noted that while the current works address immediate needs, plans to construct a new parliament building remains part of government's long-term infrastructure agenda. Some business owners in Mungu have urged fellow traders to stop charging customers withdrawal or convenience fees on mobile money payments. Speaking to Oblate Radio Liseli News, businessman Felix Havasimbi said the practice drives customers away and unfairly increases their costs.
But what I've seen now, who are benefiting, when I say Alexavale, Nina also I'm also in business. But for me, sometimes psychologically, when you see what I would like, but each of within to get cash account, I'm going to my business. I won't tell my customers, which I just send the exact amount yes, because I know at the end of the day, the same phone, the same account I'm using is for business. And the same my commodity items is doyal. He may come with doyal. He may come with 20 kwacha, for example. We use more phone exactly 20 kwacha. But the shop owner will say, no, that I never withdraw get cash. To fail to buy for that shop. So
Another trader, Orin Mlima, said she has never charged convenience fees, adding that doing so has never affected her business.
For me, I accept when someone is coming to me to pay through Airtel, as she or he is paying just direct payment. If it's 5 kwacha, she can just put 5 kwacha. But for others, for other business in customers and the other traders, they still need the challenge of what customer they find challenge of saying no because it's you, so you need to add up the what the withdraw. But I don't know. It depends with the other people's what. But for me, if it's direct, if I don't have cash out, so it's better they send it direct because I know that is my money. But for those who are using
mobile money has become one of the most common payment methods, with many consumers preferring cashless transactions. Former Mlamba Ward Councillor Mletambo Mtakatala has appealed to Mungu Municipal Council to urgently repair the damaged sewer system affecting traders and businesses at Mungu Central Market and the main bus station. Speaking to Oblate Liseli News, Mr. Mtakatala said the overflowing sewer poses a public health risk and is negatively affecting businesses, including restaurants and other food outlets operating within the market. He said the local authority should lead by example by ensuring that sanitation infrastructure and its own facilities is functioning properly before taking enforcement action against businesses over poor sanitation. However, by press time, Mungu Municipal Council today was working on the waste management at Mungu bus station. You are listening and watching the Oblate Liseli main news broadcast, and the news continues. The Barossa Royal Establishment BRE has called on women and female Indunas to avoid gossip and false information and instead promote peace and cultural values of the Sesheke chiefdom. Speaking on behalf of Ngambela Mkelamanyanda during the second coronation anniversary of Senior Chief Ananganga Imwiko, Induna Mtwaleti Muvitas Valley said women play a key role in shaping community values and maintaining harmony.
Binabasari, amukusu faze kuzeo za muhata, ama hapo waleli kaze ya isa, nikaza niti, kuzuse zena hayani na pili, amutuwele masewa kwa michokoto, hakuna kwa kamisa, kwa masaluni ko, amutuwele masewa, hao, kumusilevo kwa masaluni, kibushomota shomota, beba kuimache chiwizi ukaofi ni musali, ukachochota fya fasupi, asozo kunyateta kila kunyateta, asozo kunyateta kila kunyateta. Basali beba familili ya yomumu, bafa pale la fati, amutuwele ntoe chwao, komusaseva, na haya hizo lipili, amutuwele zeo, amukopane ni mashembi wamina, mami zimo, ukopane ni mashembi wamina, matuna wa basali, mafiti serikelezo zerukela kwa kutea woda, na haizwele pili, mukasehi wakibatu, na hayamina na kokaufela, ikawa mwamu mwotana, kama kalakuruani sana, kama kala usemoro wakuna kukamisa, hamukopane ni mashembi wamina, na hayamina, izwele pili.
Meanwhile, all is set for the Kuomboka Kufuluhila traditional ceremony of His Majesty Litunga Luvosi Mwiko II on Thursday, following the sounding of the Maoma last night by the Litunga. The event that was held last evening in the Mlunga district saw a manageable turnout of traditionalists and the local people. The Kufuluhila traditional ceremony is the return of His Majesty Litunga from his upper palace in the Mlunga to the lower palace in Nyalui after water receipts in the Barossa Plains, joyful and traditional journey that is almost equal to the Kuomboka traditional ceremony. The Zambia Union of Nurses and Midwives organization, ZOMO, has commended the government for maintaining annual recruitment of health workers, describing the move as a significant investment in strengthening Zambia's healthcare system. In a statement issued to Oblate Liseli News, ZOMO President Frei Migelo welcomed government's assurance that all health workers under the current public service recruitment exercise will be selected through a transparent, merit-based and accountable process. He said the continued recruitment of health workers despite competing national priorities and financial constraints demonstrates government's commitment to improving health care delivery. He, however, stressed that the exercise should not the area claim that police records in Lusaka show that Mr. Nawa swindled people by collecting money from them with a promise to provide vehicles, adding that he will also swindle the people of Mongo Central CDF funds that are supposed to develop the area.
Mutongaka ngamubita nawa umusazivi kasholi kalengwami. alimushauri kini twabona kuyakora Lusaka Central Police Station kwaye mukofumana ma records amubita bani sawa mwa stocks milatwa kiyali ndoka kwa kukora mutwabati kiyabulengwami uchilechere cyabatu ngerimo uchere cyabatu nikamisira limota aska kisa ungache cyabatu nikamya hela mandu aska ya amandu milatwa hayesa limali kuta kiengata.
In response, Mongo East aspiring Member of Parliament Mubita Nawa told Oblate Liseli News that such accusations are common during the campaigning period. Mr. Nawa said his personal track records of service and integrity over the past 20 years speaks for itself, calling on voters to judge candidates based on their history and the policies they present ahead of the general elections.
We do recognize that in all processes of adoption, nomination, elections, there will always be those who hold grudges and bitterness towards certain individuals or certain political parties. Our focus is development for Mongo East, ensuring that Western Province as a whole begins to produce and to place itself in academic, economic, social, and geographic transformation of our region. It is with this that we are confident that my personal track record over the past 20 years of leadership, my track record of service, my track record of integrity speaks for itself. I personally have little doubt that the UPND will remain relevant to the national agenda of Zambia for many years to come. And I know that this might be a frustrating truth and fact for some who have lamentably failed to prove themselves politically other than hold grudges.
And finally, sports. Copper Queens captain Barbara Banda says Zambia is determined to win the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON in Morocco and secure qualification for the FIFA Women's World Cup after falling short in the previous tournament. Speaking ahead of Zambia's final pre-WAFCON friendly against Algeria, Banda said the team is focused on improving its previous performance and bringing the continental title home. She added that the players are motivated to honor the memory of late former head coach Bruce Mwape by winning the championship. The Copper Queens are currently holding a training camp in Algeria and will travel to Morocco on Thursday after playing the second friendly against Algeria. The two sides drew 1-1 in their first encounter. As we end the news, a recap of the headlines. Refurbishment of National Assembly chamber on schedule. And and poor waste management at Mungu main bus station worries traders and businesses. And the Copper Queens determined to win 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. That ends the main news. If you want to share news or comment on our stories, you can call WhatsApp on the number 0955221641 or better still on 0972959092. Have been your caster, Inonge Kufanga. Oblate, Radio Liseli, spreading the light of Christ. Good afternoon.